Welcome, everybody, to Strasbourg Steve, and I'm going to be doing a watch along of the Rangers versus Motherwell game with my buddy Connor. How you doing, Connor?
We're good. We are all good, Steve. Hoping for a nice Rangers victory today.
Especially because Celtic drew yesterday. 0-0 with Livingston. Poor result from them because they've been on fire this month, to be honest.
Yeah, and they really should have won that game. That could have put them top of the league and would have made the pressure on Rangers today even higher.
Yeah.
And I think they had ample opportunity to win the game. They got a penalty right in the last kick of the ball, which I don't think was a penalty because it was off the ball. So the Livingston goalkeeper has the ball in his hands, and then Celtic striker Kyogo Furuhashi and the Livingston defender hover back. The Livy defender does slap Furuhashi in the back of the head, so he's rightly sent off. But my confusion came as, how can you give a penalty for that when the ball's not in play? So, I mean, they missed the penalty anyway, but, hugely disappointing for them, but creates a chance for us now because if Rangers win today, it's 4-point gap at the top of the table over not just the rest of the chasing pack. So,
yeah, exactly. Game hasn't kicked off quite yet for me. I don't know about you, but
just kicked off for me.
Just kicked off. All right, so you'll be a little bit ahead. That's cool. Now let me take a look at the starting 11s. SPFL table. All right, now it's kicked off. Now here we go.
Yeah, I think you're probably about 30 seconds behind me then.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I think Ryan Kent is Ryan Kent out with an injury, I believe.
Yes, he is currently injured.
We're missing him, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, he'll be. I think he's on his way back. To be fair, I think he's a couple of weeks or so away, but not quite there yet.
Fashion Sakala is pretty damn good, though.
He's a good player, Fashion Sakala.
Yeah.
The problem he's got, though, is he needs to start scoring goals because he's had quite a few chances and he's missed. He's at a stage where now you need to add those goals to your game. But he's getting I think it's his first start in the league anyway. He's getting today, so that'll give him something to work on. Gives him more time in the pitch to get goals. 20 minutes here and there he's been getting.
Yeah. Have you watched any of the Europa League games from Rangers or no?
No, I've seen them. The 3 games they've played so far.
Because I caught a little bit of the Lyon game. Problem is that I work. I fucking work when the games are on because I work every weekday, pretty much the whole day, 7 to 6 or 7 to 5. So I can't really catch much of the games, but sometimes I'll have my laptop on and I'll try to watch some of it. But have we been doing well in the Europa League? The Lyon game, it seemed like it was just too big of a quality gap.
Lyon are a Champions League team. There's for that they've got players that are Champions League quality in there. And it's no surprise they've stormed the group so far. They've won every game they've played, albeit Sparta Prague did give them a scare the last time because they were 2-0 up. But it's got it's going to come down to next week we play Bromby. Got to beat Bromby. Do that, then you're on to a straight shootout with Sparta Prague for second place at Ibrox week's time. So that's where they have to look because I can't see Sparta going and getting anything away at Lyon. So I think it will be down to that. The performances haven't been there. That's the problem. It's been so inconsistent.
Good luck, lads, from Dimitra Totsi. Thank you. We're going to need some luck. Motherwell have been having a very good season so far, to be honest.
Yes, well, they already took a point from Rangers at Ibrox about a month ago.
Yeah, I've been pretty surprised with them, honestly, how well they're doing.
They're doing quite well, although the last couple of games haven't been great. But overall, Graham Alexander's doing a pretty decent job.
Yeah, because last year they struggled a lot, if memory serves me right.
They did. They were towards the bottom half
Yeah.
of the year, which was a surprise because the year before they finished second.
Yeah.
So people were kind of thinking, that's a bit strange. Sorry, third, not second. Rangers finished second. Was they thinking, well, they've done very well to do that, and people thought it would be there again, and they just fell away. But I did feel sorry for Stephen Robinson because I think he's a good manager, and he was just kind of unlucky that the way it fell for him last season. But I think he's down south now anyway, managing, so.
Jesus. Okay, sure. 3 minutes in. Nothing really, neither team's really gotten the momentum in so far, just kind of filling each other out. Got a goal kick. Anyone nervous? Anyone you're looking out for on Motherwell that can change the game or make it really hard for us?
Tony Watt.
Yeah, Tony Watt. Yeah,
the talisman for Motherwell, and he's dear me, I don't know how that didn't go on.
Is that Scott O'Donnell at right back for them?
Stephen O'Donnell, yeah.
Or Stephen O'Donnell, yep.
You're obviously a wee bit behind me, but we have just missed a sitter.
Oh, God. That's been our problem this year, too. We've missed some really...
The ball came in from James Tavernier, Sakawa headed it on, and then Johnny Bowes at the back post unmarked, headed it just wide, although I think the offside flag might have been up anyway, but it's a pretty bad miss.
Yeah. Surprised that Hadji didn't get the start, but maybe they're just playing him maybe they're resting him. Oh, God. Oh, no. I just saw that miss. Oh, my God. Aribo. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really expecting Aribo to get headers.
No, but in that situation,
you just got it. It's all about direction.
At least force the keeper to tip it over the crossbar or something for a corner kick. But 6.5 minutes in, it's all looking okay so far. Although the last couple of games we've played, particularly the Aberdeen game, was a similar thing. We played well for the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then Aberdeen, through a gift from us, go and take the lead. So we just have to be careful in that aspect, I think.
Yeah. What's your score prediction for the game, by the way?
2-1 Rangers for me.
Okay. What do you think we have to do to win this game? As long as we stop Watt, really, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, they've got a couple of other players. Van der Beem, who's quite good. What we need to do fundamentally is try and keep in the front foot and don't give Motherwell any encouragement. So don't make the simple mistakes that we've been making recently.
That's my concern too. Some of the mistakes I've seen, especially I think in the Lyon game, there was a really bad mistake on the Toko Ekambi goal, I believe.
Yes. Connor Goldson.
It was very preventable, and look, Carl, like you said, Lyon are a Champions League side, but if you're gonna make a mistake, you you can't make every side look like a Champions League. You can make any side look like a Champions League side if you're giving away the ball or if you're misplaced passes. They're just going to pounce on that.
Oh, all day long.
So I mean, yeah,
you can be playing anybody and you give the chances away.
Yeah.
At any level, you're just causing trouble for yourself, which unfortunately we do or have done too often this season.
Yeah. That's my thing. Do you think are you a little bit worried about Gerrard with this side, or do you think this is just a bump in the road? That's what I'm personally thinking, because I still think there's probably 2 years left of Gerrard, because I think that he would, and I definitely think there would be a second year if Celtic or someone else won the title besides us, because then he would want to get that back and then leave us on a good path to succeed.
Yeah, well, I think he wants to manage us in the Champions League. That's his ultimate goal, is to get us to the Champions League,
right?
Because that's the stage he wants to be on. Because I think he sees that as, everyone knows Gerrard wants to go to Liverpool at some point. He wants to go back there and manage.
Yeah.
So for him, he's viewing the Champions League as a great stage if he can get on with Rangers, considering where he took us from, when we weren't even in Europe at all. To that, I think he would see that as that would draw attention for the right kind of people. Although I think he probably needs to manage another Premier League club first before he goes to Liverpool. He needs a stopgap.
Yeah. Would you take him at Newcastle? I personally, I wouldn't be completely against it, and I would obviously back the manager, because that's what we got to do with anyone coming in. Shot on, but
I wouldn't be completely against it, but I think
because if you look at where Rangers were a few years ago, right? Remember under Pedro, like the Rangers that I watched in, I don't know, pre-2018, completely different side and club culture and everything. Nearly everything's changed. European results, Premier SPFL results. We have a title now. I mean, he's turned us around, and he's going to have lots and lots of money and resources to work with if he was at Newcastle compared to Rangers. True. Rangers are a very big side too. That's the other thing, is that he can handle the pressure of the Rangers gig. To me, like, Rangers and Ajax are on the same level of, like, this is a big club, but not in a top 5 league. Like, Rangers are still they have a worldwide fan base, just like an Ajax or a Besiktas or Benfica, but they're not in a top 5 league, but they're still a very, very quality team with a demanding fan base and whatnot.
They are, absolutely, and the fan base is relentless. Up here, if you're Rangers, at Celtic as well, I suppose, a draw is a disaster, and a defeat is a crisis.
Defeat is like you're not exactly feeling good about your job the next day. The fans will make you, and
it's that's the level of pressure you're under, because we are, a big fish in a small pond, really. So there is an expectation of success and getting to Europe and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get the Champions League, testing yourself against those bigger clubs, and seeing where you actually are. There is that pressure. I think it's a different type of pressure he would experience in Newcastle, because the immediacy of it all, he has got to keep us up, and Motherwell have just gone in front. Once again, we conceded a goal within the first 15 minutes of a game. That's outrageous.
Absolutely. So with that all being said, would you take him? Would that one, because Gerrard is not my first choice for Newcastle? It would be Ten Hag and Conte. I can't really decide who I would take as my number one, but those are my first two immediate, like, yes. And then behind that, Gerrard or Fonseca, Gerrard. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, We don't. Oh, nice save, Alan McGregor. Goal. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. Yet again, conceded first. That is the 9th time this season we've been behind in a game, and we're conceding again within the first 15 minutes of a game.
Mugabe.
15 minutes without conceding a goal. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Who is marking? Who? Bassi. I understand he's a young player and he's going to make some mistakes like that, and I'm cool with that. But that's a learning experience right there. And the problem is that Barisic injured, I believe, or he's just not playing well. He doesn't have that number 1 left back spot down.
No, I think he's injured because he's not even on the bench. So I think
yeah,
not. But that's basic errors. Yet again, we're conceding first goal and conceding it so early.
And then
we get past the 20-minute period in a game without conceding a goal. It's a joke.
Yeah. We had a lot of clean sheets. We had a lot of clean sheets in the league last year too, so it's definitely been a drop off defensively because that's what got us. That was part of that incredible year last year where we had like tons of wins and clean sheets, and defensively we were monstrous. And it's just not. Yeah, it's not the same this year.
No, well, that's the first attack Motherwell have had. The first real attack of any note we've had in this score. Aberdeen were the same on Wednesday. Again, first proper attack to get goal. And you can't be surprised when you go to places like Fir Park and play Motherwell that they play the way they do, because Motherwell seem to have this real bizarre thing where they never play well against Celtic. Almost never. They're always comfortably beaten by Celtic.
Yeah.
There's the rare occasion where they might. But every time Rangers rock up, they just seem to
get up for it.
Yeah. And Graham Alexander hasn't lost to Rangers yet as Motherwell manager. So
yeah. Yeah, it's a rough start. 1-0 Motherwell. God damn, bro. To be honest, it seems like the difference from last year is that we don't have as much control of the games as we want to, because maybe teams have figured us out. I don't know. But it doesn't look the same from last year, which is fine, because it's hard to replicate that form. Because this is a decently strong league. Like, the competition aren't just going to lie over and let you just pump them every week in, week out. But yeah, it just doesn't seem the same.
It's just all a bit disjointed, particularly, and it's because there's been so many chops and changes. There hasn't been a stable back line or a goalkeeper or whatever all season long so far. That has to change, and that is something that comes from Steven Gerrard and the coaches, because it's him that's picking the teams. Now, obviously, when there's a couple of injury problems, that can't be helped. There's been plenty of occasions this season where he's just chose to change it. And when you're changing, all you're doing is creating a situation where you're just disjointed and nobody's really, working together stably. Although, I mean, that doesn't explain why teams are being able to take the lead against us seemingly at will in every game we've played.
Yeah, exactly. It just, I don't know. We might already have to look at subs or something like that. It is still pretty early. Bassi.
Well, the problem is Motherwell now, because they've now got something to hold on to.
Sit back.
Winning the game. They will just park the bus and they'll sit back. And what they'll do is they'll try and counter-attack. So they'll happily let us come onto them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what they're doing just now and go on a counter.
Come on. Looks like they're man marking us pretty hard too. Whenever there's a guy on the ball, there's 3-4 guys around. They're moving quick. Oh, nice turnover though. Come on. Aribo. Nice block. Bassi.
Well, that's the problem. Every time we get into those positions we're not actually getting a proper shot of to make the keeper do any work because it's just been blocked.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Come on. You think McGregor's had a little drop off in form or no?
I don't know, because you look at the goals, they're not really his fault. What I would say, he is partially at fault for the goal we've conceded there because it's a decent save, but you've got to either turn that round the post or keep a hold of it, and he doesn't either, and it's why it bobbles back out to Mugabe, although, you know, somebody should be marking that back post area. But I think it's difficult for him because he's 39 years old now, and he's not playing every week. You know, the last two games is John McLaughlin that's
McLaughlin, yeah.
And for the majority of this season, he's only been playing when it comes, you know, the Europa League games. So you need, if he's that age, he has to get more game time in terms of to keep his match sharpness and his match fitness up. But I think it's clear to see that they're trying to breed, you know, John McLaughlin to take over the reins as the number one goalkeeper for next season. Because this will be Alan McGregor's final season. He will retire, I imagine, after this.
Come on.
It's just so crowded in the Motherwell area. They've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players all in and around their 18-yard box there.
Yeah.
That's hard to break down. And we've made it hard for ourselves by giving them that lead. That's now what they will do.
Yeah, exactly. Why am I?
We absolutely can't afford to not win this game, to blow this chance. Celtic have given us a gift. We have got to take.
Yeah.
Because not only that, it would then be back-to-back games without a win as well. You know, potentially even a draw and a defeat as it stands.
Yeah. Because the live table right now, we are on 24. We're still top of the league, but only Hibs have a game in hand. Motherwell. Yeah, Hearts are doing really fucking well this year. My God, 21 points.
Yeah, they've done all right.
They've only lost once.
Yeah, yesterday was their first loss of the league campaign. Although they had gone into that game on the back of 3 draws in a row, so you know the form was a little shaky. When you're getting that many draws in the bounce, you kind of feel, unless you step it up, that defeat could be coming just around the corner.
Oh, nice turn, Arfield. Or no, not Arfield, sorry. No, that is Arfield. Aribo. Oh, another block. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, you're right. They're pretty much almost at all times. There are 8 in the box for Motherwell.
Just a corner kick there, and James Tavernier has tried to play it in, and it's an awful ball. He is just fizzed it right beyond everybody and straight out for a Motherwell goal kick.
Mm. Yeah, that was a poor corner. What the hell?
Just float it into that area, into this, you know, towards the 6-yard box or towards the penalty spot, but to just wash it in like that and it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to score a goal, to be honest, because Motherwell are just packing it in like they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's easy.
Another corner kick for Rangers at this point, which you'll see in about a minute.
Yeah, I'm at 22-25 right now. Bassy ball out. Come on. You still thinking we'll win 2-1?
Well, I think if we're going to win it, it probably will be 2-1 now.
Has to be pretty much. Yeah, Kamara, nice backheel of Bassy.
But we need to get one first, and I think we need to try and get a goal before, half time in the next 20 minutes, because the longer it goes on with Motherwell in front, the more difficult it will become to score.
Absolutely.
All this last season, actually, Ibrox, Motherwell scored after 5 minutes. And it took us until about the 72nd minute to finally break through and get the goal because they defended for their lives.
Honest to God, bro, we need to get a goal before halftime, in my opinion. I'm gonna be a bit worried about I'm a bit worried if we don't go in halftime at least tied up, because I think they're just gonna. It depends, though. I don't know. I would prefer to be tied up at halftime. Don't want to.
No, you absolutely, because then you give yourself
a halftime team talk that you can, yeah.
Because right now, I honestly don't know what Steven Gerrard can say to these players at this stage. That he's probably not
said before. Yeah.
Look, yes, goals happen in games, and sometimes mistakes are made. We're human beings, not robots. But
yeah,
back-to-back games, you're conceding first 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Motherwell in again here. Oh.
Damn, that countered quick. That just bought one ball. Who's 29 on Motherwell again? That's not Watt. That's
29.
Oh wait, that's what's his name? Or 20? Yeah, no, Shields.
Shields, yes, Shields.
Drifts out. He's there. Is he a striker?
Midfielder, I think.
Because I'm looking at up the lineup on Google right now. They're playing both teams are playing 4-3-3. They've got Roberts on the right wing, Shields in the striker, and then Watt is the left wing.
Oh, it must be then. I don't know why he wouldn't have Watt playing through the window, but I suppose that's Graham Alexander's decided to go for. So.
Yeah. To me, on that last little thing in that little Motherwell attack in the box, Watt got past. I think Arfield was tracking him way too easy. Just turned the corner on him, and that was dangerous. Good clearance, but Tavernier out.
It's been so frustrating so far. We just cannot seem to find any gaps in that Motherwell. I mean, look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 men back in their 18-yard box or in and around it.
Yeah,
I mean that's so tough to break.
Absolutely.
But we obviously have to find a way to break it. But
I think Hadji will come on at halftime.
It might well do. because whatever's we've been trying today hasn't been working so far.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. Oh, a Rebo again. How have you missed?
Aribo. Top of the box. I haven't seen it quite yet.
He's got to score. Yet again, he's in. First time we've got him behind him, and he's just had it straight off the keeper. Doesn't even lift it.
Oh, Jesus. Come on. Steven Davis on the ball. You think we need to get some transfers in for January? Oh, Aribo's in.
Yeah, this is the chance.
Oh, Rebo. I just saw that. Oh, my fucking God.
I think we need to bring signings in January. There's no question, because right now it's all a bit sort of stale. Teams are very familiar with all of our players, so they know how we're going to play. They know how these players. Whereas we need to just freshen things up a little bit. The only thing is we will probably need to send some players out on loan to get them off the wage bill, just to free up some cash.
Yeah.
Players in, but that shouldn't be too big of a challenging problem. I think that should be fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Gerrard will certainly be looking for players in January. He'll be knocking on the boardroom's door going, we didn't spend a penny in summer, we're going to need to spend something here.
Yeah. And that might be why we're struggling so bad, is because we didn't refresh our roster a little bit at least.
I mean, look at the stats here. Possession 72% for Rangers.
Yeah.
We've had 10 shots to Motherwell's 2. Motherwell are in. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. We were so nearly 2-0 down again.
Nothing? What the fuck? I'm at 29.
No. It's still 1-0, but we were very, very, very close to being 2-0 down.
What's the time that you're at right now? I'm at 29:50.
I'm at 30:44.
Yeah, we gotta be careful, man. Because if we go 2-0 up, then I. Oh my God! Yeah, you're right. That was Robert, or no, Shields. Fucking hell. Good defending from Tav, though.
Yeah.
Just to get in the way of it, because if he was maybe a step behind.
Good effort, Alfredo Morelos. Corner kick.
Turnover, Motherwell. Come on. Keep pushing.
This is what we need to do. We need to keep pushing and putting the pressure on. And, we will get a chance. You always do. There's always one chance that you get. But we have to take it. I mean, we've already had one with Joe Aribo, which he should absolutely have scored.
Yeah.
Arguably should have scored twice. But
Morelos. Nice. Just get a shot on goal. Nice stuff, Morelos. Better than nothing. That was from pretty far out, but test the goalie. That's the name of the game.
Why are you doing that? Trying to be far too fancy on the edge of the Motherwell box, and now we've given away a free kick to Motherwell, so attack is over.
Uh, Sakala, what are you doing, man? Fuck. You just got too fancy on the fucking edge of the box trying to play. Yeah. Gotta be direct, man. Fucking hell. Well, good news is that we at least got Ross County next week at home.
Well, that does that, I suppose. But we can't afford to drop points here, regardless.
Yeah.
We need to win the game and actually punish Celtic for what their points dropped yesterday. Otherwise, that really doesn't matter. That Livy have 2 points away for the.
Do you think Hearts and Dundee can actually go decently challenge us maybe for the title, or at least put some big pressure on us, or do you think they'll fade out by what?
Well, Dundee United. Dundee are the bottom of the table, but yeah, I think
Hearts
over the course of a long season, I'm not sure if Hearts can keep sustaining the levels. The cracks have started to show that they lost yesterday. But then again, the way that we're playing just now and the points we are throwing away, and Celtic to a certain degree as well, might just be enough to keep Hearts in the races if they keep some sort of consistency going. Because clearly you can afford to drop points in this league when other teams don't take advantage of the fact that I've dropped them. So, yeah, I guess time will tell with that one. The Dundee United, I think they're doing terrifically well right now. I think Tam Courts, not many people at Dundee United were happy about him being appointed because he didn't have a lot of experience, but he's done a fine job, and they've got a good team, so I think they'll certainly comfortably be top 6, no problem this season. They may even push.
It's crazy to see Aberdeen and Hibs 6th and 7th, and then St. Johnstone probably coming back down from that tremendous year they had last year.
Yeah, cup double last year.
Unreal.
Something that we could only dream of the last couple of years because.
Yeah.
But, the chances are this season, although we play Hibs in a couple of weeks in the semi-final of the League Cup. So.
Right.
And St Johnstone, who are the holders, are playing Celtic on that weekend as well.
Yeah.
Corner. We need to make better use of these corner kicks. That's 5 or 6 of them we find out, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And we've not even tested the Motherwell goalkeeper from any of them. So that has to change.
Agreed. Because we're not making them work.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Worse than the first Aribo miss?
Not worse than that in terms of being a sitter, but Morelos does well to peel off the back of the defender and get a header away. He just can't keep it down, and he's headed it, sky high and over the bar.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just saw that. "36 minutes. Who's been the best player for Rangers so far, you'd think? No one's really been great, but
probably Joe Aribo. He's been in the two best positions in the park anyway. So, probably him.
Yeah.
Because I think Tavernier, his corners, they're very inconsistent in terms of quality. one or two that we not beat, but the majority have not been anywhere near good enough.
Bassey. Bassey, we're probably going to have to grade him. We're going to have to knock him points-wise. If we were giving him a rating out of 10, we'd have to knock him points-wise for the poor marking on the Motherwell goal. Other than that, he's been okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it is poor. Really poor for the Motherwell goal.
Yeah.
Not only does Mugabe get that first header, he then gets the second opportunity, bite the cherry to put it in, and that's really, really poor.
Yeah.
Yep. We're just sort of huffing and puffing right now, and breaking up our own attacks. Another free kick to Motherwell. Their players are taking every opportunity.
Yeah. And the other thing is too, as I'm noticing, is that discipline-wise, they're not doing too bad. Like, they're not being rash and reckless. This is organized and smart. They're using their bodies well. Positioning's good defensively. It's not easy for us right now, and they're not gonna, the discipline for me is important when you're doing this whole sit behind and just counterattack and park the bus, because you got to be disciplined.
Oh, definitely, that is the key. Is very, very disciplined, because you could easily, have a slip up, make a foul that gives away a penalty or a free kick into your box, and you don't want to be doing that. So far they have been fairly disciplined, Motherwell, and they've made it difficult, because it's just we're just running into that sort of sea of claret and amber jerseys that just will not get out of the way. It's difficult at this point in time.
How much added time you think there would be? Like a minute or two at most.
Yeah, a minute probably. There's not been a lot of stoppages in the game, or a lot of time wasted. So
yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, come on, you've got to cross that in there. Surely now. And yes! Get in there. 1-1, James Tavernier with the goal, and it is a spectacular goal.
Fuck yeah.
It's not the best cross in the world that comes in from Calvin Bassey. If anything, it's a bit too deep. But Tavernier just runs onto it, volley, first time, straight into the bottom corner. Absolutely tremendous goal. And just what we needed. Just what we're speaking about getting that before halftime.
Changes the halftime team talk for both managers.
Massively, that is what a finish. First time volley. Lovely.
Get the fuck in. Oh my God. That technique is absolutely phenomenal. That is clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, because Motherwell think the danger's gone. They think the cross has been overhit, because it has, and nobody's expected James Tavernier to be coming in. I mean, he's got that, bro. Because see, 9 times out of 10, you'll see a player try that, and it'll just go flying into Rose Ed.
Oh yeah.
for me, that's terrific.
As clean as a whistle. I mean, wow. That's tremendous. That's tremendous to hit that first time too. Wow. That's just a dart. That's a dart right down that left side. Wow. Incredible goal. Good shit. Now, I don't know what Motherwell are going to do because I'm not sure if they want to go for the win or just take the point.
Well, this will be an interesting thing because, we talk about Rangers team talk changing. Motherwell's is probably just slightly changed as well now. So,
they look, Sakala.
We've just getting again there, but Motherwell player throws himself to the ground and gets a free kick to kill the attack.
Pussy.
Yeah, we're just replaying that Sakala. I'll tell you what, that's a handball. That's a handball. Wait till you see the replay back from the Sakala one. It's a clear handball from the Motherwell player.
Connor, remember, we're Rangers. Refs don't like us.
Well, yeah. But this happened the last time we played Motherwell at Ibrox. Don't get me wrong, Motherwell should have had a Stonewall penalty that day as well. But Mugabe handballed it inside the Motherwell box when we were on an attack and got away with it. And they've just got away with another one there.
Yeah. Just Scottish refs, just, It's not a conspiracy. Like I don't like using that as an excuse, and it's not. It's not an excuse.
Yes! Get in there! 2-1, right in the stroke of halftime, and
that is a handball. That's karma right there, if anything. That's just karma.
Who gets the goal?
That's karma. That's karma, bro. That's fucking karma.
Absolutely. Fashion Sakala on the score sheet.
Sometimes football is not fair at all, but sometimes it damn well is.
I tell you what, it is another beauty of a goal because James Tavernier, probably for the first time in the game, puts in a ball square in the money, absolutely perfectly for Sakala, who gets it right, gets up.
Good ball, Aribo to Tav.
Yeah,
Tav cross in. Yes.
It's brilliant. Again, the header is a great header because he's actually getting around the goalkeeper. But that's 10 minutes ago. That's what I was crying out for Tavernier to be doing, but he's having the corners and things, and he wasn't just getting the ball into those areas.
Get the fuck in, man.
I tell you what, though, that shows tremendous character.
Yeah, this could be a big win for the team and the morale and all that stuff because we can do it. We can do it. It's just
you'll need to change the banner there. It's now 2-1 Rangers. I think
it is 2-1. It is 2-1. What a turnaround! Shit, I would have been happy with 1-1. I'll take a 2-1 halftime lead. Now stomp them while they're down. Make this 3-1, 4-1.
That's what we've got to do because we've got Motherwell on the ropes now. They scored their goal and then threw everybody behind the ball at the back, made it stuffy, made it tight. We've managed to break that resistance and get in front before half, which is a bonus because, as you say, you're taking your end level and just regroup and go, let's restart again. To win in the lead is brilliant. And now don't do anything silly in the second half like we did there. Don't concede another goal and punish Motherwell. For the first time this season, I want to see us get that third goal, get that fourth goal if we can, put them to bed. A third goal kills it in effect because Motherwell aren't going to score, four goals. Yeah, so that's what you're really looking for. And I'm sure that's what Steven Gerrard will be saying at halftime. Although he'll still, I think, he still needs to tear strips off Calvin Bassey a little bit for, the poor defending that leads to Motherwell's goal.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. That's good. Good shit. Kind of undeserved. Not undeserved. That's the wrong way to put it.
Well, when you look at the way that half unfolded, Motherwell had two real attacks in the game. They could have been 2-0 up. Don't get me wrong. Tony Watt probably should score. Thankfully, it doesn't. So, we can move this out of relief. But, other than that, after they'd scored as well, Motherwell didn't do anything other than defend. So, Do we necessarily deserve to be in the lead at half-time? You could debate that. I don't think we would have deserved to have gone in behind at half-time because we played well enough to more than justify at least being level pegging. But, I ain't complaining. I will take that lead all day long.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it mirrors the St Mirren game from a couple of weeks ago, actually, where we conceded early, although it was a wonder goal that time by St Mirren. And then just before half time, in the 4 or 5 minutes before half time, we scored 2 goals to go in front.
Yeah.
But that game ended up finishing.
Gotta feel for Motherwell though, because they did a good job defending. But yeah, it's just the 2 goals that we scored were quality goals. Like I don't really think that they made any crucial mistakes.
No, I don't think so. I agree with that. I think they were just 2 top quality goals.
Tavernier their keeper couldn't do anything about either of them either.
And you can't blame defenders when Bassey played in the ball. It wasn't a great ball, so you can't blame defenders for not necessarily thinking there's that threat coming in because Tavernier makes that run in from
shoots out of nowhere.
Yeah, the 18-yard box and just catches it sweet as a nut. And then Sakala's one again. James Tavernier plays the ball perfectly. All Sakala had to do was head it in the right direction, and it was a goal. But we need to see more of that because we said this that Motherwell defending so deeply. When you get that chance, you have to take it.
Absolutely,
we've done that now, but we need to keep this because I think if we can get a 3rd goal and win this game more comfortably, I think it would be really good for the confidence of the team.
This could be a statement win.
Yeah, because they've not done that this season. They've not scored more than 2 goals in a game, I think, in about a dozen games or so.
2-2 with Aberdeen, 2-1 Rangers win, 2-0 over Brøndby, 1-1 Hearts, 2-1 Rangers over Hibs, 1 against Dundee, none against Sparta Praha, 2 against Livingston. Yeah, you're right. There's no. We won 4-2 against Ross County, so should be. And then Dunfermline beat them 5-0.
Again, though, championship game should be
3-0. First day of the year. It's been, you're right. It's been a while since we scored more than 2 goals. That is for sure. We haven't scored more than 2 goals since August 22nd against Ross County, who are probably going to end up bottom this year.
August, well, there you go, and we're at Halloween. November starts tomorrow, so it's certainly, yeah. And as you say, Ross County are a team you should be able to score 3 or 4 goals against. With no disrespect to them because they actually beat Dundee 5-0 midweek Ross County. So
right, first win of the year for them.
Yeah, huge win. They needed it because if Dundee had won, Ross County would have found themselves, I think, 7 points adrift at the bottom of the table. Fortunately for them, they got the win, and
that helps a goal difference too. 5, yeah.
I think it's their biggest Premiership win.
For a long, long time. Yeah.
Yeah, for many, many years, I would think. But the thing is, I've seen them a couple of times this season. And I've seen a lot of the highlights. We get Sportscene up here, which is just like Scottish match of the day.
Yeah.
But when I've seen them playing, seen the highlights, they play some really good football. They've just not been getting the results. Kind
of like Norwich. They try to play. They're not the whipping boys who just sit back and they actually try to they try to respect the game of football. They try to actually play and entertain. Yeah, go for it. Not be passive and just defend, which is admirable but risky to say the least. But yeah.
Just seeing a replay this Tavernier goal. See, honestly, when you see where he starts his run, when Calvin Bassey when he makes contact with the ball with his foot. Tavernier's about 23, 24 yards out and makes up that ground super quick. He's just
2 seconds.
Sees it coming. He knows that the ball's landed where it is, and he's just gone, I'm having this basically.
Great vision to just be like, oh shit, I see it. Yeah, he's a very good player, and I remember I still can't. Sometimes I can't believe it because I remember watching the only game in the U.S. that we'd watch every year. That was on like Fox Sports. One was a 7 a.m. Celtic versus Rangers Old Firm game, and I'd wake up and Celtic would be 2-0 up within like 20 minutes. Then end of the game would be like 5-0, home or away.
Yeah.
You just get fucked, just absolutely mauled. And Tavernier was usually in those games is just non-existent, like the whole team. But it's just crazy to see how well he's turned things around, how the club has turned things around.
Oh, definitely.
A few years ago, we wouldn't have had this 2-1 comeback win on Motherwell.
No chance.
Completely different, yeah.
So it isn't a win yet. It is only half time, but we wouldn't have came back the way it. I mean, 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes at the end of the half. They're big stuff, and much needed.
And that's why I would not back to, because I remember we were talking about Newcastle possible managers, and then Motherwell scored and we got pissed about that. But going back to managers, that's why I would not mind seeing Gerrard come in, because he's turned around Rangers, a huge club, demanding fan base, very good results in Europe, young players. He's got an eye for those. It seems like they've improved under him, developed, brought in good transfers for the most part. So I would not mind seeing him at all, personally. I don't know about you, but
no. I am going to smoke a cigarette, so I'll still be here in voice. I'll just sort of close the camera for a couple of minutes while I do it, but I'll still be able to talk to you.
No worries. But yeah.
So what would you be saying if you were Steven Gerrard in the dressing room just now at halftime? Would you be
Don't get complacent. Don't get complacent. Wonderful comeback. Great effort, boys. But don't get complacent for 1 minute, because it was 45 minutes to go.
Yeah.
We need to fucking close out this game, and I want more goals.
That's what I'd be saying. I'd be saying that, and I'd also be saying to them, keep up that pressure and intensity that we had for the last 15, 20 minutes there on the Motherwell defence. Don't let them come out. Force them to be pegged back. Because for as long as they're in their half, they can't harm you. But as you say, don't get complacent and don't get caught.
Do not get complacent. You have not won this game. You have to kick them while they're down. You gotta be relentless. We gotta score more than 2 goals. Because Motherwell could get a goal back. You never know. These things. So we're in control of our own destiny. And right now in the live standings, we're looking pretty damn good. Sitting at the top of the table at 27 points. Let's keep it that way. Yeah. And then focus, regroup, and don't think about the game against Bromby on Thursday. Just finish off the business today. That's what you got to do. That's
it. Finish off the business today. Take care of this, and then tomorrow you can focus on Thursday's game against Bromby. I expect there will probably be a couple of changes, maybe around about the hour mark. I think had we gone in behind, they might have made a change at half time, but because we've clawed it back there and pulled it back to go in front, you'll probably hold off. So at some point, I would anticipate seeing Kemar Roof coming on for Sakala.
Yeah, Kemar Roof. I was about to say Kemar Roof and Haji. I'd love to see go in, because I want some offensive subs for sure, because that'll just wear them down too. That's the other thing, and just keep pinging the ball around and get Tav on those crosses more, because it's clearly effective.
It is when he can pull great crosses like that out of his locker all day long. But you just want to see him do even more of that. And if you keep getting the ball out to him, he can do that. And I think that's the one thing we're blessed with. We've got players who can put those kind of balls into the box. You've got Tavernier who does it on the right-hand side. Borna Barisic, when he is fit and playing, has a good, fizzing whip of a cross on him. And Calvin Bassey's not too bad. But that, I suppose that's the thing. We have a real, I think, bright spark to look forward to in the future as well. When you look at Nathan Patterson, who comes in the right back position sometimes in place of Tavernier, or when he's injured. There's a player that is absolutely the future for us. And that's why I thought it was important that we kept him, because it would have been easy to send him out on loan or whatever, but having him in and around the team is always good, because, sometimes fixture lists pile up, you make him
absolutely.
But going forward, I do think whatever happens today, and hopefully we can get that third goal, as we say, but we cannot keep giving teams a goal head start and making life so much.
That's a bad habit to get into. Absolutely. I agree, man. I agree. Inter Milan. Done.
I see the Newcastle live stream went pretty well yesterday.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah, it did go well. I was happy to be a host, and now I'm an official member of the channel, so see a lot more of me. So that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Nice guys. I love the camaraderie we have in and amongst all the guys there. It's good stuff. I'm really...
Well, definitely it's great that there's no, judgment because you're in America or I'm up here in Scotland, or because there are Newcastle fans everywhere. Obviously, Barbara, who's in Ireland.
We're all black and white, baby. It's all one cause. Exactly. Yeah. No, it's awesome. Speaking of Newcastle or that relegation, because we are in a relegation battle until we definitely should improve in January. The Leeds and Norwich game at 10. What do you want the result to be? Because looking at the table, Leeds are struggling right now at the moment. Do you just want Leeds to pump Norwich, or do you want maybe a draw, or what's the most ideal?
Well, I think probably the most ideal kind of result, I think, is maybe a draw. But I think a Leeds win would be absolutely fine, because even if they win, you're still they'll go above like Watford and Burnley. So their game's in. We've got another tough game coming up against Brighton as well next week. A team who we have never beaten in the Premier League.
I don't think we will either.
We need a manager in this week. The owners need to get the manager through the door.
Yeah, and I think we've got proper owners now, so I think they'll do things the right way, and they'll realize what needs to happen. So, but that was probably Graham Jones' last game as manager, I would assume, as caretaker.
But Graham Jones, and I've said this before, he's a good coach. There's no question about it.
Difference between a coach and a manager, though.
Yeah,
Big difference.
See him as a manager. He had a spell where he was in charge of Luton for a while. That didn't really go well for him. So you keep him around as a coach if that's what the new manager wants to do.
Yeah. Second half kicked off in the Rangers game.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree about Graham Johns. I perfectly fine as him as a coach, but manager, like you saw with the sub the other, yesterday, it was just it. Yeah, that a proper manager knows what to do. Yeah.
Good chance in early going in this second half. We've got a corner from it, so
yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. I think you need that because yesterday they held Chelsea out for an hour, an hour 64 minutes or so, 65. But teams like Chelsea are just they're very, very good.
Streets ahead of us. Yeah.
I
actually don't mind. Like that was a good chance for Morelos. That's why I am a Rangers fan because originally, and I still am a Chelsea. I still do really like Chelsea. I have a bunch of shirts, but originally I started out as a Chelsea fan, and that's how I picked Rangers. So I have a lot of love for them. But I wanted Newcastle to win because we need the points much more than them. They're in a title race, so they can afford to not win the title, but we need to survive. I want my team to survive, But
I think games like that show the owners the kind of work that's needing done. It's great that we've got all the money in the world just now. There's a long way to go to build on that and get players in. I saw today that apparently the owners are interested in bringing in Aaron Ramsey in January. Which would be a good signing, certainly be a good start. I think guys like Jesse Lingard are more than realistic targets in January because he's made a couple of appearances for Man United, but he's clearly not in their long-term plans. So we could get him, and you saw what he done at West Ham. So
Van de Beek, I'd take him too. Yeah,
I would take Van de Beek.
I would take no Phil Jones. Fuck that. He hasn't played in forever. No. I would definitely be looking at a loan signing from somewhere. Definitely. I don't know. Is there anyone in Rangers you think that would be a decent signing for Newcastle? Obviously, it's different quality and whatnot, but there are. I still think that there are some very good players on Rangers that could move somewhere else and have a good
one or two, maybe. I think you look at,
Haji would honestly be, because I would not mind seeing Haji play.
Yeah, that could work.
Because he's made a consistent step up. Because he started out in the Romania with I forget what team he came from, but then he went on loan to Genk, and then we bought him from there. We had him on loan from Genk, and then purchased him. So he's now Rangers own him. So I would not mind seeing Haji because he's made a step up from Romania to Belgium to Scotland to Premier League. But that wouldn't be a bad signing. But I don't know if Gerrard would sell because he's trying to get Champions League and whatnot, win the league and compete in Europe.
Well, exactly. This is the thing. It's whether they would sell or not. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has got a price. Every player's got a price. So if the right money's offered, of course you would sell. I think, Alfredo Morelos is obviously, he's more than likely in his last season at Ibrox at Rangers just now. I don't see him staying beyond this season. I think he will go, so he's maybe not a bad target.
I wouldn't mind. I'd love to see Morelos go to Newcastle because that guy is very difficult to play against because he's El Buffalo. He's a menace, man. Sometimes he does get wind up by the opposition and get some silly red cards. I've seen that once or twice, but there's a lot of fight in that guy, but a lot of quality too. A lot of quality.
Oh, definitely. But that's one of the things. I don't know. He is getting better in terms of his discipline is a lot better, and he's changing that a bit more. But that's something he needs to stay at the top of and keep doing, because especially if he goes to the Premier League in the age of VAR, wee niggles or wee
especially these pussy refs, that
you might get away with a wee nibble or a kick out in the SPL because there isn't VAR to look at it again. so it might just the referee doesn't see it.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, you won't get away with it because even if the referee doesn't see it, VR picks it up.
100%. But yeah, I would not mind seeing Morelos come to. He was rumored to go to Porto, I believe. Transfer to Porto. I guess that never happened.
No.
So there clearly is interest in some. The other teams outside of Rangers are interested in him. So that shows that there is some. There's something about him that other teams see. So yeah, Morelos wouldn't be a bad chance for.
Leo were interested in him.
Yeah.
About a year and a half, 2 years ago, 18 months or so. I think there was an offer of, it was like, I don't know, 15 to 18 million, somewhere in that region for him at that time. I think probably wouldn't get that much now. But, you'd still be looking at in the region of between 10 and 14 million, I would have thought.
Yeah. But yeah, we need a lot at Newcastle, though. We need at least 5 or 6 in the January window. I mean, we need a spine. We need center backs. All of our center backs at Newcastle, none of them are good enough for the Premier League, I don't think. I think that they've dropped off immensely. Lascelles was good for the first 20 minutes yesterday, maybe.
We need to just wrestle back a little bit of control in this game. 5 minute spell there where we've not really been able to get on the ball and keep it because Motherwell have came higher up the pitch and pressed.
Don't be complacent. Don't let them bully you. You bully them. You fucking show them who's boss. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely little flick on from Morelos. Can you get in the box now with Oribo? Oh, it's messy and he's lost it.
What happened? Someone fucked up?
Yeah, no, there was a pass, came down the wing. Morelos, had a lovely little flick on for Oribo, and you were just looking, could he get the cross in, but couldn't get beyond the Motherwell defender. Got a little scrappy, then he just lost the ball. So, but we now have a free kick about 35, 40 yards out to the corner of Motherwell's box. So this will come in the box for James Tavernier, I would assume.
Actually, who I'd really like Newcastle to go for in the January window? Get Martinelli off of Arsenal on loan.
That's a great chance. Bassey there. Out for a corner kick.
I haven't seen it quite yet.
The decent ball in from Tavernier ends up falling to Bassey, gets a shot away, and obviously took a deflection on its way out because it's a corner.
What do you think of Martinelli, though, at Arsenal? Do you think him on loan would be a decent idea at Newcastle?
It wouldn't be the worst idea. I think it might benefit him because I think
he needs play time. He needs game time, yeah.
And he needs to get his form, get up his form consistently. But I guess the best way to do that is to get play time, and he'll get that in Newcastle. We saw that last season when we got Joe Willock in on loan. He wasn't getting any game time at Arsenal, and then came to us, got the game time he needed, and was, scored 8 goals in 8 matches. Getting a club record. So that was impressive.
Yeah.
Come on, this is much better. Another corner kick.
This is good stuff, man. This is good stuff because you were saying that past 5 minutes have kind of been a little iffy.
Yeah, we just need to get I think we just need to make use of this good period of play we've got now. If we can get that third goal, as I say, it just kills the game. Oh, it's a short corner. Back in. Far too deep again from James Tavernier. That's shocking. Played a short one too with Bassey. Whipped it in towards the back post, but just overhit it, and it's just gone straight out for a goal kick. So we've let Motherwell off the hook there.
Come on. Come on, boys. I really need to get one of the Rangers blue kits. That's a fucking gorgeous shirt.
Yeah,
Love it. Castor, to be honest, they make some nice stuff. Honestly, like I don't mind the Newcastle stuff. It's pretty good looking. Pretty good looking. And the Rangers, Wolves kits are nice. Like they're starting to get some nice exposure. It's nice to have another brand out and about making some good stuff.
Causing our own problems there again.
Yeah.
Motherwell get a wee bit of possession in our half. We win it back through Bassey, who instead of just clearing these lines down the park, tries to be too fancy, gives it away, and Motherwell get a couple of bites at the cherry with the ball in the box. Fortunately, they overhit the last one and it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't. Just kick it down the park, please. Connor Golson was standing right next to McGregor, and I was having flashbacks to Wednesday night when we tried that. Tomfoolery, basically, that fancy play. Came out for the back and it cost us. So, luckily, we didn't do that there, and he did just put it down the pitch and we get a throw in. But
yeah. Fuck. Still pretty early. Huh?
Did you say it's still pretty early?
Yeah, 9 a.m. here in the States.
Oh, is it? It's 1:20 p.m. here in Scotland.
Because basically all the European games are an hour. Like usually this game would be on at 7 a.m. actually for me, but it started at 8 because you guys change your clocks and we haven't yet.
Is it tonight you change your clocks then?
No, in a few weeks. Actually.
You're quite a bit behind.
Daylight savings is...
Oh, that's right. If you just call it daylight savings.
Yeah.
Just British summertime we call it over.
Next week, I believe, we change our clocks. Yeah, next week.
Oh, that's a brilliant touch. Oh, just play it in the... But you don't need to take that many touches anymore. When it comes to your first time, whip it across the face. Instead, you keep it
simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah, but instead he cuts back in, gets a block. Now, all of a sudden, from our attack, Motherwell are up the park with a throw-in about 6 or 7 yards out from our corner flag, maybe 8.
Yeah.
And this will just be thrown straight into the area. Straight into the box with this, I think.
Did you hear about Kieran Dyer? He has the former Newcastle player. He has diagnosed with sclerosing chondritis. He's got something going on with him.
All right. I didn't hear that, no.
I have no idea what that is, but I'm assuming it's not good.
No. Anything that ends with itis is usually not.
Yeah.
So, we wish him well. That's silly for James Tavernier. No need to
PSC, primary sclerosing chondritis, is a rare disease that attacks the bile ducts, scarring. So, some rare disease, yeah, that sucks. Bile is an important digestive juice. They need to break down fats, fat-soluble vitamins. Oh, so it's something with liver. Something with your liver. That's a bummer. Well, I hope Kieran Dyer's all right. Well,
hopefully. You hope he doesn't end up potentially needing to get surgery for get a liver transplant or something like that.
Yeah.
They're really long waiting lists as well. So,
how does it work in the UK? Because here in the US, I'm not sure if there's a lot, but there's a waiting list.
Yes. There's the third goal, and it's Fashion Sakala with his second of the day, and it's another great finish.
We were talking about him earlier in the stream about he's a damn good player, and Ryan Kent being out, he can show that he deserves to start, and that he's quality.
It's a Ryan Kent-esque kind of goal, actually.
Yeah.
The way he picks it up, sort of wide, cuts inside, and fizzes it along the ground and into the back of the net. Okay, if you're being, when you see it, you'll see what I mean. It's very Ryan Kent. You could argue the keeper should do better if you're being honest, but it's a very good finish.
Oh, he leaned the wrong way.
You see what I mean by that, Ryan Kentness, with it just that wee turn of pace coming in to get
taking on a man and just get the shot off.
Do you know, that's something we have not done often enough this season, because I think sometimes we've been guilty of overplaying it and trying to be a bit too tiki-taki football.
Get the perfect goal.
Yeah, whereas sometimes just cut and have a goal, and there's some technical difficulties with Sky Sports.
That's what the one guy that made that move famous, Arjen Robben. That's all he fucking did. He didn't need to, make it overcomplicated. He just cut, goal.
Yeah, that is all it needs.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, as long as you're getting that shot away on target, then you've always got a chance.
Oh, it took a deflection. That's why I don't blame the goalie there. Then I just saw on the replay it took a deflection off one of the Motherwell defenders. It was going to the goalie's left, but then it basically just took a deflection and he leaned that way, and yeah. So that again, another goal that Motherwell shouldn't be too disappointed that they conceded. It's just it's an unlucky deflection, and the goalie just can't really do much there.
No. But again, that shows exactly why what we're talking about is sometimes you need to do, because if you get the shot away, that can happen. It can be a little nick off a defender, and it can go in, or at worst case scenario, you're thinking
corner.
Maybe the keeper says you get a corner, and you've got another chance anyway. So. Yeah.
Fortune favors the brave. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, Motherwell are about to make a change. They're bringing on Van Veen for Shields.
He's a decent striker, right, Van Veen?
Yes, he is a very decent striker. They brought in this season, Dutch. So Brandon might be familiar with him, but he's certainly. He's very good. He's played well for Motherwell, so he's now a danger man for us to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Albeit that third goal just lets you get a bit of breath, a bit of breathing space.
But if Motherwell are bringing on a quality player, then you can't. We as fans can have some breathing space, but the players, nothing changes. Act like you're 1-1. And that you can't give up that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's you have to act. Till the final whistle goes, act like it's 1-1. Don't think, we've got the third, game's done. No.
Or, it's fine if we concede a goal. Like, no, it's not. It's not fine if you concede a goal. Fucking stomp on them. Make this game comfortable. Make your life easier, man.
Because if you concede a goal, then Motherwell get a little bit of confidence up, get their tails up a bit and think, yeah, we're back in this game, And all of a sudden, you're a 1-goal lead, and they only need one to get a draw. So you don't want to do that. And there's still 24 minutes left to go. So still about not being complacent. That is a free kick all day long. And it's a yellow card for Stephen O'Donnell.
Good.
Guys, in fact, it's a second yellow. Stephen O'Donnell has been sent off. And I know, because the way it is up here, there will be Celtic fans screaming now, going, "Oh, of course, it's a red card, Rangers play. They always get red cards." And there's a clear booking. When you see the challenge and he's already on a yellow card, you can't have any complaints about it. He's just completely cleaned Calvin Bassey out of the game. You'll see it in a few seconds, I think. But
yeah,
if anyone has a complaint about it, I think that, they're wearing tinted glasses, because Stephen O'Donnell hasn't even had any protestations about it. He knew as soon as he made the tackle, he was done.
That's how you know.
Yeah,
it's no complaints.
If there's no contact or it's a dive, you'll see a different reaction for the player. But when he knows he's made the mistake there and he's on a booking, that's the reaction you're going to get of, yeah, it's a red fight. I'm off. A bit scrappy there. Keeper finally gets onto it. The keeper made a mess of that, but he recovered. Went to catch it from the cross and just completely missed it, but luckily for him, he had 3 defenders behind him.
Commentator for me, I think we might have the same commentator, but damage limitation now for Motherwell.
Yeah, it's we've got Ian Crocker and Andy Walker. So
those are my 2 guys too.
So what is it? Do you say it was Paramount Plus you get it on?
Yeah, but it's yeah.
See, the one good thing you do have in America that we, I think, is ridiculous. We don't over here. You can watch, the 3:00 kickoffs on television. We can't
for the Premier League. Yeah,
for the Premier League, because it's because of the 3 p.m. blackout that was brought in, when television was in its infancy in the 60s, so that more fans would go to games.
Do they not realize that not just that stadiums have okay, let's take Bournemouth for example, because they used to be in the Premier League. They have their stadium is fucking tiny.
Yeah,
only 10,000. I think it's like a 10,000 capacity or something like that. There are more than 10,000 Newcastle fans, and you're not going to have 10,000 Newcastle fans away at the Bournemouth game anyway. So there's going to be a shit ton of Newcastle fans in the area, and only 1,000 maybe can travel to Bournemouth. I don't know how it works, but
this is why in a day and age when people, the Premier League have all these complaints about illegal streaming sites and the piracy issues they had with Saudi Arabia and things like that, they are not doing themselves any favours by continuing a blackout, because
no shit. Yeah.
Stream over here, or they'll get a VPN or whatever in order.
Because we're not at the game. You're not at the game.
American channels, yeah. And they do already have their own network, the Premier League. They've got the Premier League network. It's just not shown in the UK. The only time that's a bit different is the Christmas schedule of fixtures, because they're all on Amazon Prime, which is good. But why you can't just do that all year long, I don't know. Last year was great for that, because obviously we're in lockdown, no one could get to stadiums, so you got all the games, which was brilliant. But people pay an absolute fortune for Sky and things like that over here to be able to watch the football, and to not get the games times is so incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. So there's literally in the UK, you can't watch a 10 o'clock Newcastle game or a 3 p.m. Newcastle game. It's not even on a Sky. There's no pay subscription or anything.
Nope. You can't.
So you have to find an illegal stream if you want to watch. What the fuck?
Yeah, you have to find illegal streams or use a VPN if you want to watch it. That's your only options. You can listen to it on the radio, but you can't watch it.
Again, that just boggles my mind, because like I said,
if it's Newcastle against Bournemouth, only 1,000 Newcastle fans can probably go.
Yeah.
There's more than 1,000 Newcastle fans. I don't know if that's just me or even if it's at Old Trafford. How many away fans go to Old Trafford? What, a few thousand? It's like a 72,000 capacity or something like that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, 74 or something. Yeah, it's about
70,000 plus. Anyway, either way, there are more than 70,000 Man United fans.
Rangers have just made a change. Keep our roof on for Alfredo Morelos.
Why would fans choose, and also why would fans choose to watch if I had a season ticket, why would I then go, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually not going to go to the game and I'm just going to watch it on TV instead. Why would you do that?
Well,
I mean, like, yeah, if you have season tickets and something pops up, sure, it's understandable. But your seat's going to get filled. Basically, that's my argument. Your seat's going to get filled because it's fucking football in England. It's not like you're trying to get people to, like, I don't know. Don't they have a hockey league in England?
They do, yes.
Do they fill their seats? Is it popular?
Not massively. I mean, I guess in England it's quite popular, but it's not like huge. They'll get maybe 1,000 or 2,000, which is probably a decent crowd for a hockey kind of game.
But in the and yet we have the National Hockey League. There are 20,000 seater stadiums and they're filled.
Yeah, well, up here in Scotland we have a sort of it's a kind of version of hockey called shinty. It's also played in Ireland, but under the name of curling. And it's a similar concept, although the rules are a little bit different and things like that.
Is it still a stick and a puck and skates and ice?
No. It's a stick, a ball, grass, and like proper goals.
So it's field hockey.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to describe it. But it's massively popular up here, particularly in the north of Scotland, because that's where most of it's played, like in the Highlands.
Rugby's popular too in the UK.
Yeah, hugely popular in the UK.
Yeah. So it's not like fans. It's not like there's a desire, but football's still number one in the UK, I'm assuming, and in Ireland. But my argument is there's always a desire for someone to go to a game. There's desire from international. Like, I want to go to a Newcastle game. But I that's going to be very hard to do because the desire for tickets and all that. Like, why would someone willingly choose 4-1?
4-1, and it's Glenn Kamara from about 25 yards out with another great hit.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but just funny you saying that though. Isn't rugby starting to gradually grow a bit in the States? But obviously you've got a rugby team, the USA. Well, I understand obviously American football is the main thing there. I love my NFL personally. I'm a Giants fan. It doesn't look like we'll be getting to the playoffs this year, mind you. But
you guys did beat the Panthers last week. I was surprised about that. I was hugely surprised.
Yeah.
Do you watch? So you watch NFL consistently?
As often as I can. Sometimes it's on at like weird hours.
Glenn fucking Kamara. That was nice. The goalie looks fucking. Wow.
It depends when it kicks off up here, basically, the NFL, because some games are on at like in the middle of the night when I've got to be in bed for work, so that doesn't. But
like, are you watching? Because I have NFL Game Pass Europe. Because here in the U.S., basically, you know how you struggle to watch. I can't watch every single NFL game unless I get DirecTV, and that's like hundreds of fucking dollars. And I already have Comcast, so I'm not gonna get another TV subscription. But basically, I get NFL Game Pass in Europe.
A dedicated NFL channel now. We've got Sky Sports NFL, which is just purely American football. That only started about a year ago or something because it's really gained in popularity over here. That's why in the NFL season there is like the London series of games where they come.
2 games this year at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
I'm hoping to come up to Glasgow at some point. Maybe Ibrox or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But because I'd love to go to an NFL game. I'd love to go to a Super Bowl.
Fuck yeah.
For obvious reasons, I get that we're never going to have a Super Bowl in the UK. I wouldn't have thought, but although the one game I've watched the Super Bowl every year for about the last 6 or 7 years. I've never seen the Pro Bowl. Don't get me wrong, I know that is just it's like sort of an all-star game basically from
It is, yeah.
picks, but yeah.
They play that in Hawaii too.
Oh, is that in Hawaii? I'd love to go to Hawaii. The Aloha Stadium, isn't it? So who are your NFL?
Well, I was born in Chicago, so I like the Bears.
The Bears.
He's a Bears fan. And I also like, my mom also was born in Baltimore, and she likes the Ravens, so I like them too. And then New Orleans Saints I've liked since 2009. I just like the whole comeback story of them. I like their jerseys, like the Hurricane Katrina stuff. How they rebuilt their city pretty much, and it was just a nice story. I like the colors. I really like New Orleans. I'd love to go one day. I also like the Saints, but I want the Bears to win whoever they play. So
just another change for Rangers there. Jack Simpson has come on for Balogun.
Center back sub, yeah.
Yeah, I think no, those are good teams. One I did find weird though. I don't know what you thought about was Washington changing their name.
Who? Washington.
Washington, yeah, changed their name for the Redskins, didn't they? To
I hate that shit. I hate it.
Because
here's the thing:
race relations or something like that. Was it like because of a cultural thing that they changed it? What?
Outrage culture, cancel culture.
Oh,
that's what I think. Pandering to the leftists. I don't care that people are Democrat, but there's some hardcore leftists that are offended by every single thing under the sun.
Oh yeah, we have them over here. They're called.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, but the thing is, Native Americans in the U.S. they actually do face lots of problems. Like in reservations, still they have tons of alcoholism, suicide rates, high school dropouts. GDP, education, they struggle very, very badly. And when you think about it, what the fuck has changing the Washington Redskins name to Washington Football Team done to help out any Native American in this country? What has it done? Nothing.
Nothing. No, that's very true.
Nothing. It's all lip service. It's all lip service to me.
Yeah, because they've still got like some sacred grounds and sacred land in America, the natives. Because I've seen a couple of stories through the years of like, skeletons being found of Native Americans that were buried in the way they traditionally bury their Native Americans. By the way, you're sitting at 3-1 on your banner. Just.
Oh yeah, 4.
Because I've seen that. I think there was one. I mean, I watch a crime program called Homicide Hunter. Have you seen it with Joe King?
Heard of that? Yeah.
Yeah, one of the episodes that he done, like a part of that was they had found like a Native American skeleton in like the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and it turned out that actually it was just because it was on what was once sacred Native American land, and that's how the burial went. But to be fair, they dealt well because they contacted the Native Americans in Colorado that were there, and they obviously dealt with the remains in the way that they do. But I think they deserve more respect because fundamentally for them, they obviously see it as their ancestors lost their land, basically. And you have to show respect. Now, you say with teams like Washington Redskins, it didn't do anything for them, which is, if you're going to call yourself the Redskins, maybe they could have done a little bit more to help the Native American cause.
I agree with that. I just think it's all, at the end of the day, I don't think it actually, people are worried of people nowadays in the States. A lot of people, they don't want their feelings hurt. They care about their feelings a lot more than actual problems in the world. And whenever they do see problems in the actual world, they use their feelings and they don't actually think about it. They just think about how it makes them feels. And I don't think that's how adults should deal with problems. Just me and my crazy opinion.
No, definitely not. I think it's a toxic culture, though, that has been allowed to exist because it's bred at times by some of the politicians. I mean, I look at Joe Biden, who's your esteemed commander-in-chief, and he's just not. I don't think he's fit for that office personally.
No way is he fit for that office. And I don't think he actually runs the office. I think it's people behind the scenes that tell him what to say, because he is old as dirt and he has dementia and he has some real cognitive memory problems.
Well, I believe and still do. I said when he was elected in November 2019, I thought that November 2020, sorry. I had said to my friends that for me, I thought he would do 2 years, half the term, and then step down and let Kamala Harris take over, because I think the Democrats would see her as a far better candidate and far better chance of re-election in 2024, particularly if the Republicans put up Trump again, which I don't think they should, because I've never known any political party to be so beholden to one man.
Right.
Even though you know that some of those Republican senators do not agree with Donald Trump, but they will, happily go along with anything he wants them to do, because.
But the other problem is that a lot of our Republican senators, and I consider myself a Republican, but I don't like the label. I just want the best guy for the job.
Yeah.
Like that's just me. There's going to be a time in my life where there's some crazy Catholic conservative guy and he wants to do a bunch of stupid shit, and the Democrat guy will have better ideas. That definitely is going to happen. And so I'll vote for the Democrat guy if I like him more than the other. It doesn't matter to me. I just want the best guy for the job. And
I think it's a difficult job, though, because
it's the hardest job
in the States. You almost can't get anything done in the Senate, because the House of Representatives might pass something that will go to the Senate, and because the Senate's basically evenly divided, to me, I think it's childish when the Republicans are in office, the Democrats will just vote against everything. Whether it's a good thing or not, because we can't do that as a Republican policy. But we're seeing the Republicans now doing the same thing, and it's some good things that could get passed through, and they're going, I will just block it. Yeah. And to me, I just think, how can you possibly get things done as a country? Afternoon, Frankie. Afternoon.
Thanks for tuning in, Frankie. No, but yeah, I agree. It's a lot, and to be honest, nothing is going to change in our country, and maybe even your country. I don't know if you guys have the same problems as that, until a third party gets elected and can break up this whole
it's a bit
stranglehold of the two-party system.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit different. It's strange up here because obviously, the British government, Boris Johnson, he's kind of our version of Trump, although far less competent. But in Scotland, we have a dynamic where we've got our own government, our own parliament, we've got devolution of powers, a bit like states, I suppose. So our First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, and their SNP, and they're pushing for a second independence referendum, which we had in 2014 and voted against. Oh my goodness, is it 5? It is 5. And it's a hat trick for Fashion Sakala. A hat trick.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
We said it. He needed to add the goals. He obviously heard us because he's absolutely pummeled them home today.
Shout out fucking Fashion Sakala, man.
Absolutely.
Proper player.
Well, you asked me after half an hour who man of the match was at that point, who was the best player. Clearly now man of the match is Fashion Sakala.
Fuck yeah.
Again, it's a brilliantly timed run here because as he keeps himself onside. Very, very just onside, but he does well to do that. He sort of bends the run a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I think his arm was This is the kind of result we have really needed, to go and put somebody to the sword. People will say, well, Motherwell went down to 10 men. Yeah, but we were already 3-1 up when Motherwell went down to 10 men. So we came back from a goal down. We're now 5-1 up. And at the time they get a player sent off, the game was
goal difference is also going to take a big leap up. This is a statement win.
Oh yeah, because we needed to catch up
with Celtic.
With Celtic, because theirs was plus 19, we're plus 9, so that'll take us up now
to 13. Yeah.
13, yeah, plus 13. So that's a good leap. And if we can get another goal here, that would be even better. We don't need one, but for the sake of the goal difference, 5 minutes to go, plus what I imagine will be maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time or something.
Fantastic from Fashion Sakala. My God.
Keep this momentum going there. And we need to start doing this to teams at home at Ibrox, because it's 3 draws in a row there. Next week we've got Ross County.
Pummel them.
Take care of business once again.
Smack them around. You got it. Yeah.
Oh, Sakara has led them a merry dance there. That was terrific play. And he's got a corner from it. Fantastic. I thought it was a corner.
Needed this so bad. Wow. That's awesome.
Huge one.
Yeah.
Still 1 or 2 things to deal with, as we said. Let's not keep giving teams a go head start, but
response though. That's a good response. But yeah, you can't be reliant on you gotta
we broke the difference before halftime, which we both said we had to do. We had to at least get in at halftime level. We ended up getting in with a lead because Motherwell were obviously parking the bus. Oh, Jesus, Scott Wright. Good run, plays it behind Roof.
Gerard must have given these guys the team talk that I did and that we wanted them to do, because don't get complacent, hammer them.
Yeah, and they've done that. They've come out in the second half and they've absolutely pummeled them and strolled over them, which they had to do. Okay, Motherwell had a wee 7 or 8 minute period where we just couldn't quite.
That happens. That happens. As long as you don't concede a goal, who really fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And we didn't. We weathered that wee storm and went on to bang in another 3. So that's the main thing.
And the thing is I also like that even though it's 88th minute, we're trying to get 6. We're trying to get 6. This is awesome.
Oh, piss off, referee.
What?
We're about to take the corner. Scott Wright was about to step up and take it. The ref blows his whistle, goes over to the corner flag to replace the ball because the wind had slightly moved it about half an inch off of the line. I mean,
Scottish refs just trying to fuck with us at this point.
Well, I think Scottish referees like to make themselves the story. They like to be, have that moment of controversy.
They're trying to copy the Premier League way of doing things, where we all talk about after the game. It could be a huge win, but if there's a controversial decision, that's all we talk about.
2 minutes of added time. Scott Wright bent an absolute whirler there. It was well saved by the keeper, so we've got another corner. Come on, make it 6. That would just be tremendous. I mean, it's already tremendous, but that would be even more tremendous.
Yeah.
And we do make it 6. Kemar Roof.
This is called punishing Celtic for drawing 0-0. This is exactly what we wanted to see. This is exactly.
Again, good corner kick. Comes in.
4-goal second half.
By Jack Simpson flicked it on as well into the path of Kemar Roof. Although, it's quite funny. Jack Simpson's kind of thrown his arms up. I think he thought it was going in anyway. I'm not convinced if it was, but Roof made sure. And Motherwell players are trying to claim for offside, but there is at least 3 Motherwell players playing Keep Ref on when the ball's flicked on. So absolutely no chance.
Why even argue about it? You're 6'1". It's fucking.
Right, it doesn't matter. It's academic now. I suppose for their goal difference, they don't want to be conceding 6. Let's get that banner changed, Steve. Get it to the old 6.
Be very interested. I want Fashion to start against Brøndby on Thursday.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely start him. You got to reward him for being a match winner.
Yeah, his confidence will be sky high. Absolutely, no doubt.
Play him in form. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to. I mean, a hat trick today, that's tremendous. And that, hopefully, that kickstarts him. Now that he's got that hat trick, he's in amongst the goals. That's what you're looking for. This has been one of our best performances of the season, out with the opening 25 minutes. And that is the full-time whistle at Thorpe Park. Motherwell 1, Rangers 6. Brilliant result.
Fucking perfect. Absolutely phenomenal. Man of the match. There's only one answer. Fashion Sagala.
No question about it.
What a fucking player. I mean, took all of his goals well. Just great finishes, man.
I'll tell you what. We're going to do this every week. If that's the kind of results we're going to get when we're doing live streams. I mean, I'll never get to see Newcastle win 6-1, unfortunately. But
Rangers would beat Newcastle, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Well, there's the question. If Rangers were playing Newcastle and you were going to the game, which section would you be sat in? Would you be with the Rangers fans? Would you be the Newcastle fans?
That's tough. I do like Newcastle more. I don't know. That is tough. What about you? I'd probably if it was a home game, probably depends who's home.
I would personally I would be in the Newcastle end only because as much as we love Rangers, the love I have for Newcastle just as a club and everything around that surrounds it. It's just that bit more for me, and I think it's because, and don't get me wrong, I've done it with Rangers over the last 10 years as well. When you follow a club through the dreadful times, we've all followed Newcastle through there. You almost build that deeper connection because you just are willing for them to do well and go on and win games. And same as with Rangers, obviously, when we were, in my opinion, wrongly putted out of the Premiership and sent down to the 3rd Division. But within 4 years, we were back up, and then 4 or 5 years after that, we won the league. And there's the league table. 4 points the difference between Rangers and Celtic, who are in second.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks everyone for coming on the stream. I appreciate the comments and everything. But and thank you, Connor. We can chat a bit after if you want, if you're around. But thank you very much for coming on. Should do some more Rangers live streams if we're gonna fucking win 6-1. Good stuff. But thanks guys for watching. Take fucking care.